Spider-Man! Spider-Man at the beach! Mary Jane Watson let out a scream as she rode the cyclone at Coney Island. Ah! Have you ever been on anything so terrifying? MJ asked as they exited the ride and walked toward the ice cream shop. Nope, that was scary, all right. It really goes fast for an old roller coaster, Peter Parker replied with a smile. If only Mary Jane knew Peter was Spider-Man, and the night before he had climbed up a skyscraper and caught a villain. Then she'd really know that he really wasn't scared on the inside. Or on the ride. Peter and MJ licked their ice cream cones and headed to the beach. As they made their way off the boardwalk and toward the water, Peter's spider sense started to tingle. People ran past them screaming. Beachgoers grabbed their towels and bags. Peter stopped a boy carrying a bag of beach toys and asked, "Hey, what's going on?" "They're trying to take over the beach," the boy replied. Peter looked out and saw someone in the sand. It was Sandman, and he wasn't making a sandcastle, he was making trouble. "I need to throw out this ice cream cone," Peter told MJ and snuck off, quickly returning as Spider-Man. The crowd on the boardwalk stopped in awe as Spidey raced toward the sandy beach. "You might be made of sand, but this isn't your place in the sun," Spider-Man said as he shot a web at Sandman. "A web isn't strong enough to hold me," Sandman said as he swung a fist at Spidey. Spider-Man pushed Sandman. As Sandman fell back, Spidey was confident that this would be an easy fight, until he heard a familiar laugh behind him. Dr. Octopus grabbed at Spider-Man with one of his tentacles. "Ha ha ha ha! I thought I smelled something fishy," Spider-Man said, pushing Dr. Ock's tentacles away. "It's over, Spider-Man. The city's mine." Doc Ock tried to grab Spider-Man again, but Spidey jumped to avoid the tentacles. Sandman got up, throwing a punch at Spider-Man, but Spidey avoided it. Battling two villains wasn't easy. The sun was strong and beating down on the beach, and Spider-Man was hot and thirsty. He wished he still had his ice cream cone as he dodged tentacles and a menace made of sand. Just then, Doc Ock's tentacles grabbed hold of Spidey and he couldn't break loose. Spider-Man was in trouble. Doc Ock smiled. "Now you are captured. There's no web that you can spin that will get you out of this, Spider-Man." Then Sandman got on the action. Sandman punched Spider-Man with all his might, knocking Spidey out of the tentacles and onto the sand. "Look what you did!" Doc Ock yelled at Sandman. "You set him free!" "You two make a great team," Spider-Man joked as he leaped up. Sandman raced toward the boardwalk. The crowd of onlookers fled in terror. "Run as fast as you can!" Sandman screamed to the crowd. He headed toward the amusement park on the boardwalk. Spidey knew he was just up to no good. He wanted to chase Sandman, but he was still trying to stop Dr. Ock. Battling two criminals was a juggle, but he knew he had to do it. Spider-Man turned to Doc Ock. "Give up, Doc. It looks like your sandy partner in crime is in now dust in the wind. He deserted you." "Deserted. Very funny. Ha, ha, ha. You were always the one with the pun." "I aim to please," Spidey smiled as he fired a web at Doc Ock's face. "I never needed Sandman. I have my own plan, which he never knew about. I'm going to create a huge wave that will flood the city. Then I will take charge," Doc Ock confessed with a maniacal laugh. The waves were getting higher, and Spider-Man was worried they would start to flood the beach. He shot as many webs as he could in an attempt to stop Doc Ock. Spider-Man tried to reason with Doc Ock. "Stop the wind, Ock. The water might be a home to a real octopus, but you'll never be able to escape the waves." Doc Ock realized that Spider-Man might be right, but he wasn't about to give up now. Spider-Man shot his webs and wove them around all four of Doc Ock's tentacles as the villain fell to the ground with a thud, trapped and helpless. "Gotcha! You're not going to slip out of this grip," Spidey said as he fired more webs. Doc Ock couldn't move. "This isn't going to work," Doc Ock said, trying to use his tentacles to break free. "Looks like it has. You're stuck in the sun. Bet you wish you packed some sunscreen," Spidey joked. Meanwhile, Sandman was grabbing all the cash from the ticket booths at the amusement parks as people ran away in fear. Sandman grew more excited as the bag of loot got heavier. He was going to be rich, and Spider-Man was too distracted with Doc Ock to fight him. His plan was working. As Sandman grabbed money from the last booth, Spider-Man jumped down from the Ferris wheel and leapt at him. "Buying a ticket to the fun house?" Spidey asked as he knocked Sandman down. Sandman's bag of cash fell open and the money started to blow away in the wind. "It looks like you're blowing your money," Spider-Man said as he shot a web at Sandman. Cornered, Sandman looked around for Doc Ock. "If you're looking for the doctor, he's caught up in a web," said Spidey. The web slinger fired even more webs at Sandman. "Seems like you may have had different plans, but you both wound up in the same place." Spidey attached a webbed Sandman to the Ferris wheel. "It's your lucky day, Sandy. You get a free ride. Too bad your friend is stuck on the beach," Spidey said. Then he remembered Mary Jane. He had to find her in the crowd. As the beachgoers made their way back to the boardwalk, they cheered for Spider-Man. As he hung over the crowd, Spidey wasn't thinking about all of the attention. He was too concerned about finding MJ. After searching the crowd, he saw her in front of the ice cream shop. "Peter, where were you?" MJ asked. "I went to throw out my cone, and then I saw all the commotion and came looking for you." "I was in the ice cream shop," MJ replied. "Thankfully, you're safe. Were you able to see Spider-Man?" "I just saw him for a second. I wanted to stay out of trouble," Peter smirked. "Want to go for some rides?" MJ asked. "Sure. Just not the Ferris wheel," Peter said with a grin. The end.